Jeffy thinks he's a good investor, but why isn't his portfolio going up? We're in a bull market, but yet his portfolio is just lagging so far behind. And yet he sees the average investor making a killing on meme coins. Jeffy, it takes more than that. You need to know how to catch these early plays and be like Adonis. Adonis's portfolio has been ripping recently. He's accumulated solid gems throughout the bear market, and now he knows meme season is here. So he's ready to take educated speculations with a small percentage of his portfolio to try and ride some quick pumps and get out. So he's left not there holding the bag, and that's why Adonis will continue to print. The reason behind this video, guys, was on the call last night in the private community, and there was two guys, mainly the main two guys that, are the main kind of players in that group. And they were talking about meme coins that they've read successfully, and I'll give you the second story in a second, but I was really trying to get the strategy on how to play meme coins, because I dabble with them. I've bought a couple of pre-sales. They've done well. I've bought ones that haven't done as well. But I'm trying to find a strategy, and I think we've done it, and it just comes back to back testing coins. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples of how I would play meme season right now, and especially in like peak bull market 2025. You guys need to have this prepared. So save this video, share it to a friend, because I think it will, in fact, I know it will massively make you a lot of money, because it'll save you from like checking stuff to make sure you find plays. So Bobby was the first coin that he read, and he got a nice juicy 10x on this, but eventually it was a scam, and he knew this was a scam, right? Most of these coins that especially don't come to CoinMarketCap are scams, but he caught this massive pump, and I wanted to break it down, and he gave me the tools to give to you guys in this video, so thank you very much from him on how he would find these kind of plays. Now, there was another guy called Parker. Now, I didn't believe this until he's shown us, and it was crazy. He ran a coin up, listen to this, he ran a coin up to $500, and he actually cashed out too early. He got a quick 6x, I think he said, give or take about 3K to 4K. But then he sold, which was fine, which we should do, maybe leave a little bit of a moon bag. But then he woke up, and it would have been worth $200,000. And he was kicking himself, but he was also happy that he took profit. So the strategies that these two guys gave me last night, like I said, have it for free, it's all yours. We'll put it on a coin in a second. And yeah, I just think it's absolutely crazy the amount of money that can be made. Again, we have our DCA bags, and this is not something that we're selling our QNT or HBAR, etc., etc. You put 1%, maybe more, but nothing more than 5% in plays like this to really try and accumulate, and then go and bank your solid plays. At least that's what I'm doing. It'd be silly for me to say, yes, we're selling everything, we're buying meme coins, right? You do not play that game. So there is madness behind this strategy, but you guys can come in here and you can take educated bets. That's what it's all about in this video, taking educated bets. We're not guessing. We're still speculating, but we're not just randomly chucking stuff in, because that's where you get wrecked. And you need to know what's coming next. So understand where retail is going at the moment. So for me, I'm looking at retail, they're looking towards this. You've got coins like MAGA, if you've seen that coin, it is right here. You can see it on DexTools, like it's done like 1,000,000x. So this is where retail seems to be going, where memes are. You've also got coins like Super Trump, which is another spin-off. So really people are betting for this election, right? And that's good that you know this, but just remember when this election's happening. I believe it is, November. So halving is in a month, and then 3 to 6 months after that, when we expect coins to go crazy, we'll probably have meme phase part 2. This ties in absolutely lovely. And I did find a coin that I will go over at the end of this video. I'm not telling you guys to buy this coin. It's just a coin that we can use as an example that I dug up everything, so you can take that to go and put it on your own meme coins. So just be clear, I'm not telling you guys to buy any of these coins, but you probably wish I did tell you buy this coin right here, but I wasn't aware of it. So we're going to break down Bobby's strategy and Parker's strategy of the two guys that's shown us this last night. But what I believe so far is we're going to see coins with cat, dog, etc. do really, really well. But we need to find them early, because if you look at dog with hat, the market cap right now is 2.5 billion. It's funny because my girlfriend, she has a YouTube channel. People are saying she's my sister. You probably know who she is. She said this coin was going to 100x in her video, and I was like, be ready for the comments, because just do the maths in here. That would take this market cap to 25 billion. It logically, in my opinion, with a max supply of affinity, it cannot happen. It's possible, but 99.99% of this doesn't happen. So you need to find dog with hat when the market cap was literally under, give or take, 100 million. Really under 50 million is where we look for. If you can find less than 10 million with these DGM plays, that's where you make all the money. That's where these two coins at Parker and Bobby read. So first thing I'll give you, and we'll go into this a little bit deeper, is understand market cap. This will probably not do another 10x, in my opinion. Is it going to that sort of market cap? 25 billion? No. In fact, 100x on this, what the girlfriend said would be 250 billion. Yeah, no. So, quick tips. I'll give you an example before I give you the coin that I would look for to analyze on your own position. So, understand market caps, understand the elections coming up. Dog with hat, I think these coins will continue to do well, especially after the next bull run. We'll see some pullbacks, but that's when we look at newer coins or coins that are considered cheap, right? Now, here's the big problem with Jeffrey investors, right? So what do you notice here? I'll give you a little stop here. What do you notice here when we look at these coins? We've got MAGA, Trump, $260 million market cap. I always get my zeros wrong, as I have to make sure I get this right, just because when it gets above 7 zeros, my brain just doesn't work. So MAGA Trump right now, the current time recording is 260. Okay, Dodge, we've got 23 billion, right? So an extra 100x, 2 zeros. And again, we've got the coin that the girlfriend mentioned with 100x. Silly her, she'll learn her lesson. It's not going to this market cap, right? What do you notice though? These are massive market caps. Now, yes, there's still money to be made. I would argue, in dog with hat, if it cools down, I would argue a lot of money still to be made, but most of the money at $261 million market cap, it's already been made. It's already been made. It's already been made. If we check Bobby's coin as well, we'll talk about that again. Again, do not buy Bobby's coin. It was called Fart Bucks. Do not buy this. Do not buy any coins. Do your own research, but we'll just give you examples on how you can use this to snipe. So, again, what do you notice? Market caps are very, very high. Obviously, you're not going to get 100x. You're not going to get 100x. Probably not, right? It's already been done. So, what do? Now we know this initial step. Again, that's just kind of step one. We look at market caps. We kind of look where the trends are going, etc. Now, again, hopefully you guys get value of this. I really appreciate a like and subscribe because I went in deep on this one. So, what we can do this is only for Solana coins. Okay, we'll give you this your own way as well. But for Solana coins, how do you know if a coin's with Solana? Well, you come down on the coin and you see the contract address here. I'll do this for you live, actually. You can check this with Dog with Hat, right? So what I like to do is you can use a website called rugcheck.xyz. No, it's not going to drain your wallet. You'll be absolutely fine. It's just a website. Relax. So you can use this to make sure the liquidity is locked before buying any new token. And this is for Solana only. So again, what we'll do, I'll show you that live. Come on here, grab the token address, come on the website. There you go. Again, it's not going to work on your Ether coins, BNB coins, etc. So, okay, there we go. So we can see the risk analysis is good. Now, it's good, but it's not good for an investment is what I would say. You can see all the supply, but it ticks a lot of boxes. You can see the top holders. Here's the big one. We've got the main wallet here holding 12.49%, and then it's kind of diluted a little bit. So what I would say here, main founder or maybe the initial lockups, I've not looked into the tokenomics that much, but there's a whale here that holds over 10%. I would argue, you guys, and I don't know this because I'm not going to do the research on Dog with Hat because I just don't care. I'll leave that for you, homework. But on your tokens, if you see something like this, go and find out what has happened with that. Is that a whale wallet? Is that the founder's wallet that could dump literally 12% of supply tomorrow? You need to go and find out who that is. Now, it might be locked. That's fantastic. It might have a release schedule. Fantastic. These are still huge percentages because this is of the total coin of that $2.5 billion market cap that it is right now. But these are probably small team investors. One of these might be a random whale that bought. Maybe that's his wife or his girlfriend, and then we'll get smaller. It'll give you smaller ones, and then you'll probably, if you got invested in this coin, it's like 0.01, 0.02, right? You can see the lockers, and you can see other stuff. Again, the addresses, etc., with the liquidity. So obviously, make sure there's liquid in this coin, and you can see again liquidity locked, etc. So if your coin's on Solana, come on this website and do that basic check. It will save you. It takes no time. Now we'll get into Ethereum coins, etc. But what we can do in a website called DexTools, so let me get rid of this website, we can see that on this coin example, what we can do in DexTools, which is more for, I guess Ethereum coins, we can use this to not buy tokens where the initial price is really high because the developer, the founder is holding 95% of the token supply. And this looks like an example right here. So obviously on Bobby's token, he made a lot of money, but it looks like a scam. It's a rug pull. Like that chart is dead, but I'll keep going a little bit deeper. So if you're holding a coin like this, don't be getting sad. Use this as like, okay, lesson I learned. It's probably not going to do well. So Bobby's one that he milked. It's most likely a rug. Like if you look at this chart, rug, founder probably dumped, but what you can do is you can come down here and you can see the DEX score is 19 out of 99. That is not good because when you come on audits, you might see a different kind of bit of information. Let me see. There's not really any initial alerts, but there's only one by quick intel, right? So 19 out of 99, it is probably not good. You want to be scoring high 90s on these coins. Now, he still made gains, but for the majority of people buying this right now, they're not making any gains. This coin's most likely going to zero. If you look at another coin that I will break down at the end of this video, again, not telling you guys to buy any of these coins. In fact, you shouldn't buy any of these coins. What you should do is look at this initial research to go and find your coins. Now, what we can do is this is an example of a coin that ticks boxes of being more safe. We're going to go over this later, but we can see this looks miles different apart. So it's high 90s. I really like to look for above 95. That's good. Again, we can come on this coin right here and we can check some other stats as well. But you see how this has got way more audits than just quick intel. So it's only been audited by one. The coin that we'll go over an example to tie this up, as we can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, absolutely fantastic. We can see that it looks pretty safe. Now, this doesn't mean it's going to 100 a million X. It doesn't mean that at all. What it's saying is, hey, that's probably not going to rug. It's kind of impossible for this to rug. Not possible, but it's less likely. Bobby's, if you check the initial, and he probably did this, like he obviously knew this, he just had to beat the other Jeffrey. He just had to beat 100 Jeffreys, and he was at 1% that made the 10X. And, you know, all the Jeffreys got absolute wrecked. Same with Parker. That coin would have 1,000,000X, blah, 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 if he held. But it was probably something like this. I don't know if it went down. Like, it's still in price discovery right now. I don't want to give you that coin because you'll see it and you'll probably start buying it. With these ones, I can kind of give you because you're not going to buy this. If you are maybe a degen. You never know. Maybe I'll eat my words here, but I would never touch something like this. So this is kind of phase 2. And we can dive this deep further. Like I said, if you have limited funds, you don't want to hold tokens. I know many of you have learned this the hard way, just to get profits out. So again, you want to be taking profits on this so fast because lots of tokens, let's just break this down. They simply gain no traction. People leave as well. So don't buy stuff that is up and down in the beginning. Only things that are gaining traction. You want to be where the narrative are, especially on these memes. Well, with your main bags, you're absolutely fine. So keep an eye on trending feeds on Telegram, Twitter, etc. If the token you bought early is entirely trending, fantastic. If it's not, guess what? Dead. If the token has traction, awesome. If it doesn't, it's losing traction. It's best to exit with a small loss. Now, you can look at this. This is the coin that we're actually going to go over. It's called Big Mike, and I'll tie this back into narratives, etc. This could be a potential support. Now, it had the initial supply or the initial pump, right? Obviously, a lot of people took profits, get your words right. But you can see here the potential support, right? So it's chilling. Now, we'll take this a little bit further, and we'll look at where the money is telling us where money is going. So Bobby's token, again, back here. If you just come down, you'll just scroll down here. What you'll notice about, Bobby's, for example, there's a lot of sales, right? There's so many sales going on. This, to me, and again, Bobby's token is probably going to zero if it isn't already at the time of recording or at the time when this video is ready. You can see the buys are struggling, right? There's a couple of buys, but you can see here, everybody's selling. Everybody's trying to take profits. Everybody's trying to get their money out. If you look at the coin, it's called Big Mike, and we'll dive into this one later. You can see the kind of difference when you go on Big Mike. Like, there's big people buying. There's somebody bought 1,000, 700, 940, 100. Little sell there at 230, but you can see the difference, right? So with Big Mike, for an example, a lot of people are buying, right? So a lot of people are getting on this. There's more liquidity. The market cap's way smaller. Obviously, it's not right now because it's obviously dumped. But this is a potential one to do more research into, right? So you tick the initial boxes, you see what's trading, then we keep going. Now, if you miss the high, oh well, okay? There's always more tokens. There's millions of these coins. Now, some are worth holding, but don't bother until you have the funds you're okay with losing. If you go to Pink Sale, now, I've bought a couple of Pink Sales in 2021, but what I realized was most of the, again, you come Pink Sale, I'm not dissing Pink Sale. Pink Sale, if you're watching this video, you're a great platform, it's fantastic. But what I noticed on Pink Sale when me and Bobby were doing in 2021 and 2022, when we were trying to catch some of these, most of them are owned by the same kind of people. And that's why I don't really like BSC mainnet, which is on the Binance Smart Chain. I don't really like investing in pre-sales or coins like this that are already going on the Binance Smart Chain, because you can make money on scams, guys, but for me, it was just very, very hard. There was always somewhere sketchy where I couldn't sell. There wasn't much liquidity. Now, again, there are a handful of patterns when you notice when the dev is a scammer. It's usually the same handful of people doing this. So again, when we were getting our feet wet with this, it was mostly so impossible to find out, like, they were just the same people rotating pre-sales. So you got to be careful when you buy these. That's why I don't really touch them anymore. Now, if you get losses on your first one, it's fine. Just use this as a learning experience. So just play with $50, $100. It doesn't really matter. The point is, once you learn from these lessons, you can make a lot of money. Now, again, for me, I'm here to run up any of these plays and bank the profits to my main bags, to my QNT, to my HBAR, to my Illumium, to my Bitcoin, to my Ethereum. Whatever main bags you play, you bank it from there. You don't just hold the cash because we're coming up to this bull run and we're already peaked there. We're already looking fantastic, but obviously in 2025, we expect this way higher. So that's what I'm doing personally. Again, just an example, none of these coins you should buy, but you should do some research before you look at on your main coin. So come in there, check the audit, check everything. Now, again, we're going to use this as an example on that coin called the Big Mike to see if it would make sense for a buy. Again, there's no guarantee this will do well. It could do terrible. It's already doing well right now. But the token here is Big Mike. So I want to tie this back to Big Mike because I had to give an example of a coin that would work. So let's get rid of MAGA. Let's get rid of Super Trump. And let's get rid of Dog with Hat for now. We'll come back to them. So right now, Big Mike has a market cap of 1.6 million. So this coin doesn't need to go anywhere near the billions, let alone 500 million, right? And it might. But if you're riding this at 1.6, let's say you bought in now, you need to be taking profits. But the beautiful thing about this is it doesn't take a lot of money to move this up. So this ties in nicely, right, with coins like MAGA, etc., like Trump. What's that market cap right now? Is 264. So right now, it's just rounded down to 1 million. There's a 264x here, right? For just to reach this market cap, let alone with this market cap, there's probably 500 million, right? So you see the potential. Again, Big Mike's obviously more riskier, but for me, I don't want to buy Trump when it's $364 million market cap and it potentially could be coming down. It could potentially go to $1 billion, but that's a 3x. Barely, a 4x. No, it's not even a 4x. I'd rather buy QNT. I'd rather buy HBAR. It's not worth the risk/reward for this for me to put a sizable amount of money on this one. For this one, a 260 or so X, I'll stick in $500. I'll stick in $1,000. I'll take $250,000, but I'll be selling way before that. Obviously, keep that in mind. So you have to do the risk/reward. Again, I'm not telling you to buy any of these coins. Now, if you're a degen, this is what I would look for. So again, you scale up the market caps. Just understand it's so easy once you get it. But if you're sniping coins under the 10 million, so for example, Big Mike is 1.64 million, $160 million market cap, give or take, that's 100x plate. I'm out. I'm going at 100 market cap. I'm probably going at 50 market cap, right? Because I'll put $1,000 in these. If you put 100, it's whatever. If you're a big bill, you're putting 10 grand in. It's just whatever skill you're on in your journey with cryptocurrency and making money online, right? But again, for some of these coins, Dog with Hat, even Dogecoin, it's just, the gains aren't there. For me, they've already been missed. Even Solana right now, I don't know what the market cap is right now, but it's probably not 1.64 million. Now, the liquidity is good, so it ticks that box. Circulating supply, chilling. Holders nearly 1,000. Okay, so there's people there, and the volume is here, right? Not crazy volume, but we can see, again, if you go back, like there's buys. There's buys happening as we're making this video every single second. So 1.5K, like $400. People are buying right now, and you can see this kind of support. Again, I'm not telling you to chart meme coins, but you can see this kind of support being strong. And now we're getting a couple of green candles. Again, if I post this video in 2-3 days and it's around here, yeah, it didn't go well. But if it keeps going up, the risk/reward makes sense. So what we will do is we can go and check DexTools as well. So I wrote a tweet on this. Come and check this out. I think it's very important that you understand honeypots, right? I'm not telling you to follow me. I don't really care, but come and give this tweet a look. It kind of goes into, more Ethereum kind of honeypots compared to what the Solana one we did. And you can kind of see examples of good scores, right? So for example, this coin, I don't know what it was, but it was 99 out of 99. Very, very good, right? Ticks a lot of boxes that we've already spoke about. So I would do that initially. So now you're pretty much on step 3 or step 4. You're ticking a lot of boxes here. Now, again, you combine this with these guys, Big Mike. So let's go back to Big Mike. Proper meme here, boys. Proper meme. Again, I don't care about the election. I do not care about the election at all. But these guys, it looks like they've got money because I found this. It looks like Alex Jones on InfoWars, obviously a super huge guy. I don't know how much Big Mike paid these guys, probably $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, maybe $100,000. But it shows these guys have got money. So you can do this combined with what we've just taught you there to go a little bit further and actually look at projects' websites. You can look at other stuff in their narrative. You can come look on their Twitter. And I'll tie back into this bit in a second because this could be super, super bullish. But again, this would tie to me, if they're running ads, etc., that these guys have a lot of cash flow, which is a win-win. So I wanted to go further on Big Mike to show you how I would do a proper deep dive, because I don't just stop here. You could stop here and that could be enough for you. Fantastic. But if I'm putting like $1,000 into any of these plays, I need to go further. So this was a mission. So hopefully you respect this. Hopefully this was enough for you. But you can actually bet on this as well. So what Big Mike is trying to do is going after this meme with Michelle Obama, right? And again, there's no political, I do not care. I live in the UK, I'll be in Thailand again soon, Dubai. I do not care about any of this stuff. But you can actually bet on this. So what these guys are doing, they're going after Michelle Obama being a man. That's the meme. And you can actually bet on this in real time. Like, you can actually bet if you put $100 in there, and if Michelle Obama wins, let's just say she does, you get back 1.8K. But obviously, for me, being a crypto DJ, I would rather bet on coins, right? I'm not here to make 1.8K and $100 in like 6-7 months. I'm trying to do this way faster and get in and out. So you can actually bet on this, which is funny. And again, that's just me doing initial research. Again, we're here to make money. We don't care about politics. All this is just an example of a coin. So I went in further. Hopefully you appreciate this. So what is Big Mike? And I would really argue you guys to do this whenever you look at coins, is to write something like this. So get on Miro, get a notepad. If you're looking at 5 coins, do the initial checks before, and then we write some paragraphs on them. Because if you prime to do that, you're going to hit so many winners. So here's what I dug up. Big Mike has already a big purpose and a big followers on Infowars, so it shows they have money. I found they already donated over 7K in Bitcoin to support the show. Now, the host Owen on that show had a good laugh with them on the show. I watched this part of the interview, I guess you could say. The famous Roger Stone entered the stage to talk about the upcoming election and how Michelle Obama will be drafted in, giving Trump a real challenge to compare to Biden. And I found this, again, don't care about anything to do with politics. So Roger Stone is, I guess, being paid here, but if he hasn't, whatever. But you can see here on the website, I'll play it for 1 second.
Shout out, Big Mike, Ethereum, personal to your community. I appreciate it.
Wonder how old this guy is. It's looking great. But you kind of get, this is what I really, really do when I'm looking at meme coins. And even on the big coins like HBAR, I'm looking at everything behind the scenes. So for those of you who don't know, again, I had to Google this because I didn't know. Roger Stone is a famous political lobbyist that has worked together with 4 previous US presidents. And yes, one of them is Donald Trump. Roger Stone has been supporting the Big Mike project. Whether he was paid or not, doesn't really matter. If he was paid, even better, because it shows they've got a lot of money. And he endorsed them and thanked them in a dedicated video that can see on the Big Mike website itself, just what I showed you. Now, this is probably one of the most controversial meme coins, right? Because it's pretty much saying Michelle Obama wins the election, but she is a man, right? There's a whole story behind this. It's kind of funny. And again, this is a meme. Like, understand, this is not serious. None of these coins are serious. Dog with hat is probably a kid like me taking a picture of, I've got a dog sitting right there. I put a little hat on him, and that guy became a fucking millionaire, or the team, etc. It's smart. So you can write these as well. But understand, this is not going to be for everybody. If you're more open-minded, to don't take politics too seriously, again, I don't care. I'm here to decide if this is a good DCA, a spot buy. You get what I mean, a swap. Now, Big Mike stands for political new tokens, and it's in this new sector called PoliFi, but not only relying on election, but also trying to end conspiracies, funny memes at the same time. Now, if Michelle Obama actually is drafted as president, coins like this will obviously go crazy. Now, this is obviously a better investment for me compared to the famous Trump mega coin because of the multipliers. Again, we broke this down. So when you're looking at these coins, it's now at 1.8, so it's pumping as we make this video. Again, this video will probably be out in a couple of days, so if it's down here or if it's up here, don't invest in it. Do your own research and then decide if you want to invest in it. But for me, I would rather invest in this coin than Trump. 267, like the multipliers on this are way better. Way, way, way better. This is not making me any more gains, I would argue, than HBAR or QNT. And you can see the sell pressure here. The trend is always your friend. So the trend here is very much against this coin. You can see the last couple of days here, the trend is starting to come back up and support has been held here, which is good. Again, it's hard to chart meme coins, etc., as you know. Now, Donald Trump, which I found is super, super funny. The community here actually sent Big Mike tokens to his ERC20, so he must have leaked his address. So Donald Trump actually holds this coin. Don't know if he sold them or not, who knows. Liquidity here is 100 years, and the total market cap right now, as I said, 1.6. Like I said, it's now 1.8 since I started to make this video. Now, 2024, here's what you need to know. Could be the big year for PoliFi leading up to the new US election, which is one of the most important year ever. Political tokens with a meaning which will do very well. Big Mike could be one of the few tokens that will take the crown and position itself to the top of PoliFi list. None of what I'm saying here is actually could happen. It's just, it could happen, if that makes sense. So understand that I went in deep on this coin just to give you an example. Now, you don't have to do this, but I would encourage you to go on the websites, to go on the Twitter, and you can see what they're doing. Are they actively posting? It looks like Big Mike are actively posting. Again, another thing I like to do is this Wiz guy. Wiz guy follows him, right? This guy is a big effing guy in the crypto Twitter. 600k followers. Like, he gets like 100k minimum eyeballs. So if he starts tweeting about them, if he was paid, I don't know, whatever. But you guys can see the amount of research I do into these coins to try and find the next gem. But to sum this up, how you find 100x coins is you find the next narrative, if that's memes, elections, etc. Okay, we're great. You understand that these coins cannot give you 100x. Ideally, you maybe don't want 100x. You want 20, 50x, you start roll over. Can't do it. Definitely won't do it. Impossible, right? you check them. Then you look at their DEX score if you're using Ethereum-based tokens. Fantastic. Shit. Again, you can make money on shit. Bobby made money on shit. Parker made money on shit. You start to look where the money's flowing. Trend is against you here. Trend is your friends here. And then you look at market caps, liquidity, blah-de-blah-de-blah. And then if you really want and have a little bit of a fun to see the founders, what's going on behind the scenes, you can do this long bit. That will take you a lot more time. But if you're trying to make serious money, do this. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. It was a beautiful video drafted behind the scenes. I really went into a lot of effort here. I tried to give you as much free value as possible, showing you everything I now know about meme coins. Maybe have some more meme coin videos on here because they're super, super fun. And I always like doing deep diving. Again, do not invest in any of these coins I talked about. But if you want to invest in any of these coins I talked about, do this for yourself on your coins that you're interested in. Big Mike could be a great play. It could be an absolutely fantastic play. There's 100x potential, but it could also not be. That's for you to decide. Peace and take care.